National 5 biologists, let's do this past paper question together. This one says the diagram shows a site of gas exchange in the lungs. Okay. The table shows the relative concentration of oxygen, carbon dioxide and water in 3 cell types. And for A part 1, we have to describe the pathway that oxygen would take when moving between these cell types, okay? So we're only interested in oxygen for this first question. Okay, so oxygen is a molecule, it's a gas. So therefore, when it moves, it's going to move by diffusion from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. So it's going to go from high to medium to low, and therefore it's going to take that pathway there, okay? So it goes from the cell of the alveolus wall to the cell of the capillary wall to the red blood cell. Okay, and that describes the movement, the pathway of the oxygen molecules there. Explain why oxygen moves along this pathway. Well, it's just as we spoke about a moment ago. Oxygen moves by diffusion and therefore moves from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. Okay, or you could say it moves down the concentration gradient, okay? And ignore the fact that I shortened concentration there. You should write it out in full in your exam. But notice that I use these words here: high air, low air, okay? So try and avoid just saying high to low. Try and say high air to low air, because those are comparative statements and they're always good in biology when we're describing differences. Okay, and then on to part B at the bottom here. It says osmosis would not occur between the cells of the capillary wall and the cells of the alveolus wall. Using the information provided, explain why this is the case. Okay, so osmosis is the movement of water molecules from a higher water concentration to a lower water concentration. But if we look at the table for water, we notice that the concentrations are the same. There's no higher and there's no lower concentration. Therefore, the water would not move, okay? So there is no concentration gradient here. And if there's no concentration gradient, the water will not move, okay? The concentration is the same in all of these.